It's Debt-Free Friday time. Hi friends, Gia here. Welcome if you're new, and if you're already a subscriber, thanks for coming back. So today on Debt-Free Friday, we are talking about financially toxic relationships. Okay, so first of all, I'm not talking about financial abuse. I think that is something that's totally separate and that I'm definitely not qualified to talk about. If you feel like you're suffering from financial abuse, I will leave a link down below. But I'm basically talking about financially toxic relationships. And the difference between a financially toxic relationship and financial abuse is financially toxic relationships are a relationship, whether it be with your spouse, friends, family, cousins, parents, sisters, brothers, siblings, it doesn't matter, where the person is influencing you and it goes against some of your financial principles. Okay, it goes against what your financial journey is. Whereas financial abuse is where someone is using money to hurt you maliciously, where someone is just maliciously trying to hurt you and they use money to do that. Okay, and so with money, it's correlated with power and control, and a lot of times in an abusive relationship, that's what it really is about. It's about power and control. So like I said, if you feel like you're suffering from that, I will leave a link down below for that. But today we're talking about financially toxic relationships. Okay, that friend that says, girl, it's time for you to get a new handbag, or when are you going to get a new car? Your car is so old. Or don't you think you guys need a bigger house since you're having another baby? I'm talking about those kinds of comments that you can sometimes hear when when the people around you aren't on the same kind of financial journey that you are on, that don't believe in living a debt-free life, or maybe they don't know who Dave Ramsey is. And you could sometimes actually use that as a time to minister to other people, to talk about, financial freedom and all that. But you've got to, walk a thin line, because some people are just not mentally ready to hear that kind of message. And you've got to wait until the person is mentally ready to receive that type of message, because it is definitely life-changing. And you don't want to waste it by talking about it if they're not mentally ready to hear it, and it's up to you to decipher. So earlier I said, the different comments that people can make that can kind of persuade you to go against your financial freedom plan, or to go against your debt repayment plan, or to get a new credit card, or to buy that new car, buy that newer house. You definitely want to avoid those kinds of comments. Like I said, it does not have to be your spouse. It can be, friends, family, it could be your parents, it could be your siblings, and you've got to be able to protect yourself from that. Okay, and that's what I'm going to tell you what to do today. I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do to protect yourself from a financially toxic relationship. Now, I'm not saying don't be friends with a person, or you can't not be in a family member's life. That's just, it is what it is. But I'm just going to help you do some things. You could just do some things that can eliminate some of that influence that person has on you, especially if it's financially. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to define your financial principles and stand firm in your beliefs. Okay, now what do I mean by defining your financial principles? Well, what does it mean to be financially free? What does financial freedom mean to you? Okay, if you need some help in trying to decide what your financial principles are, there are 2 books that I absolutely love. I'll put them up here on the screen. One is The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, and the other is Master Your Money by Ron Blue. Great books that will definitely help you define what financial freedom is, and how to get there, and what your beliefs should be when it comes to money. Okay, so you definitely want to define that, because even if you get weak in a time where someone's trying to influence you to do something that you don't want to do, or if you feel like you're getting tired of your budget and you're just dealing with budget burnout. As a matter of fact, I posted a video about budget burnout. You can click this box here and I will also insert a card. But if you feel like you're experiencing budget burnout, it's helps so much if you know what your financial principles are and you go back to what they are and why you're doing it, because it gives you a reason as why. Like, why am I going through all this? Why am I budgeting? Why am I trying to live a debt-free life? And you know, when you have the answer to why, it continues and helps you, pushes you through and helps you to continue on. And it'll help you if someone, you know, tries to say, oh boy, that minivan is really old, girl. It's time for an update, you know, an upgrade. You go back to what your financial principles are and it makes sense to you, and you can continue on and not deal with those little jabs that people may throw at you. Number 2 is to communicate and lead by example, okay? Communicate with the person that may be financially toxic to you. Communicate to them, you know, what you believe in. Okay, sometimes, like I said, they're not ready to hear the message, but even if they're not ready to implement it in their life, you are implementing it in your life. So communicate with that to them. Communicate that with them. If they have these little jabs, or if they say these little negative comments, you know, about your lifestyle or about the things that you own, you know, communicate with them that that's not what you're focused on. It's material things aren't important to you. A car is not important to you. Even if it is, you know, even if a car is important to you and you're saving cash for it, then, you know, by all means, go for it. But you want to definitely communicate some of your financial principles, or why you may drive that older car, or why you feel like you don't need to get a bigger house. Communicate and then lead by example, okay? Live a debt-free life. Continue to budget. You know, save for large purchases, so that when you do make those large purchases and they talk to you about it, you can say, well, hey, I paid cash for it because I live a cash basis life. It's all about that cash flow. Hashtag cash flow in the comments if you know what I'm talking about, okay? It's all about cash flow, and you use cash to purchase all of anything that you need to purchase, or anything large, you use cash to do it. Honey, I brag about that. Okay, that is an accomplishment. Okay, that's one thing to brag about. It's about how you're able to use cash to purchase your different things, or if you're working towards that. So you definitely want to communicate and lead by example to this friend or family member that may be financially toxic. The third thing is to set boundaries for yourself. If this person has influence over your life in any sort of way, you definitely don't want to like go shopping with this person or discuss, you know, your budget with this person. You don't want to like open it up so that they can say little negative things or say these things to you to make you feel like you need to go out and buy a new handbag or buy a new purse. You know, you definitely don't want to lead them into that type of conversation. Now, if it happens, that's when you communicate and discuss you know, what you're working on financially, but you don't want to lead them there. So you definitely want to set your boundaries with that person so that they know, listen, this is what I'm working on. And if they love and care for you, they will respect it. And you guys can, you know, have your relationship in other ways, just not like financially, where you talk about money like that. Because once you set those boundaries, I think it's easier for that person to understand and respect you. And of course they should, if they're your friend or your family member, they should respect you. So I think it's easier for them to accept it and move forward. So you don't have to communicate with those things often, and you don't have to worry about them making those little negative comments. I think it's great to, you know, just set those boundaries, because I know it could be lonely, okay? Living a debt-free life, working towards financial freedom, I know it can be lonely because we're weirdos, okay? We live like no one else, as Dave Ramsey says, okay? And there's not that many people that do it. That's why I love the YouTube community. There are lots of people who live this lifestyle and share it on YouTube. And if you're one of those people who don't have anybody in real life that lives this lifestyle with you, or you know, you feel lost in your finances, I do offer coaching, financial coaching, money coaching to you. Now, I'm not a certified financial planner, but I know how to create a debt repayment plan. If you want to hear about my husband and I's debt-free journey and how we paid $60,000 worth of debt off, you can click this box here and I will also insert a card. I know what it's like to feel like you're drowning in debt, to have a baby on the way and you're like, what the heck are we gonna do? I've been there. You know, I also work in the financial industry. I've worked in accounting and finance for all of my career, so I know what corporations do as well. If you are in need of some guidance, I will leave a link down below to how you can contact me and how we can set it up. My purpose here is to help others on their financial freedom journey. Okay, I know that's my purpose. So if you're one of those people, I would definitely love to help you. Just click the link down below. With that said, guys, identify the people who are financially toxic to you and deal with it with those 3 steps that I talked about, okay? And you should be fine as long as you, like I said, set those boundaries, communicate those boundaries with them, stand firm in your financial beliefs, you should be good to go. So leave a comment down below and let me know if any of you guys have someone that's financially toxic in your life, or if you are like a Dave Ramsey loner where nobody else in your real life or is working towards financial freedom. You know, if you're a loner, leave a comment down below and let me know, because I know it can feel lonely at times because you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to. I'm here to talk to you. I can talk about money all day long. I can talk about budgets for days. I love them. Or you could join my Facebook group. The link will be down below. I love having conversations with you guys in there about that kind of stuff. So definitely leave me a comment. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can check out my previous videos over here, and you can also check me out on all my social media platforms, which are all listed down below. Thanks so much for watching. Be blessed, be healthy, be wealthy, and have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.